Something big is happening in Pittsburgh. Key players are finally coming back. Rodgers is making headlines with a surprising change, and the Ravens' struggles might just be the best news Steelers fans could ask for. Tonight, everything connects, and it all points to one thing. The Steelers are quietly building serious momentum. Before we jump into today's breaking updates, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss the latest Steelers news. All right, let's move on to the new news. The Steelers were back on the practice field today in Southside Pittsburgh, and this time, the energy felt different. Why? Because several key starters who'd been out for weeks finally returned to practice. The team is starting to look healthy again, and that's exactly what fans have been waiting to hear. Now, while Pittsburgh was grinding through drills, another big name made waves: Rodgers. During Fox's Sunday pregame show, even Tom Brady himself had high praise for Rodgers, calling attention to his leadership and longevity. When the greatest of all time acknowledges you, that's no small thing. And speaking of Rodgers, there's been a noticeable change. He switched helmets. He's now wearing a new Vichi's helmet, a high-tech design meant to improve safety and comfort. Rodgers once joked that it looked like a spaceship, but it seems he's finally gotten used to it. He's reportedly planning to wear it for the rest of the season, and honestly, it might be the start of something new for QB1. Now, let's circle back to Pittsburgh, because here's the twist that has every fan smiling. While the Steelers are getting healthy and moving forward, the Baltimore Ravens are sliding backward, starting the 2025 season at 1-4. That's right, the division rivals are stumbling, and every loss they take pushes the Steelers higher in the AFC North race. Momentum is shifting, and it's shifting in Pittsburgh's favor. So stay with me, because what's coming next could define the Steelers' season. Now let's talk about something Steelers Nation has been waiting for. Good news on the injury front. Joey Porter Jr. is officially back at practice, and he's feeling confident. The young corner says he's ready to go this week against the Cleveland Browns. And honestly, that's a massive boost for this defense. Porter isn't just another defensive back. He's their lockdown guy, the one who takes on the toughest receivers and plays fearless, one-on-one coverage. Without him, the Steelers' defense has been missing that edge. But with him back, Pittsburgh gets its island defender again, and that changes everything. And there's more good news. Running back Jaylen Warren was also spotted back on the field. After missing the international game with a knee issue, he looks ready to roll. He was close to playing last week, so with an extra week of rest, he should return to full strength. That's big for Pittsburgh's backfield, especially alongside Kenny Gainwell, as the team prepares for a tough divisional battle at Acrisure Stadium. But not everyone is ready yet. Calvin Austin III is still dealing with a shoulder injury, and Jalen Ramsey continues to recover from a hamstring strain. The tear isn't major, but it's enough to keep him sidelined for at least another week or two. The goal right now is to get both players healthy before the matchup with Green Bay in a few weeks. And here's another big update. Highsmith made his return to practice today. He's been nursing that ankle injury since the Patriots game, but today he was working with the first team again. That's a strong sign he'll be back in action soon. Now, for those wondering if Nick Herbig will keep his starting role, it looks like he'll slide back into a rotational spot behind TJ Watt and Highsmith once both are fully healthy. The takeaway? The Steelers are getting healthy, and they're getting dangerous. The timing couldn't be better, with a key AFC North showdown right around the corner. Stay with me, because this comeback wave could completely change the direction of the Steelers season. Now let's talk about one of the biggest debates going around Steelers Nation. Who should start opposite TJ Watt? Some fans believe Nick Herbig has earned that spot. And honestly, it's hard to argue with them. Since stepping in for Highsmith, Herbig has been outstanding, full of energy, speed, and that relentless motor you love to see in a young linebacker. But here's the thing, the Steelers love Highsmith. He's a proven leader, a consistent performer, and the team invested heavily in him for a reason. So when he's healthy, he's going to be back in that starting role. That's just the reality of it. Still, that doesn't mean Herbig's role disappears. Not even close. The Steelers' coaching staff knows what they have in him, and they're going to keep him involved. Expect to see plenty of rotation between these three monsters on the edge: TJ Watt, Highsmith, and Nick Herbig. And don't be surprised if we see all three on the field together in certain situations, especially when Pittsburgh faces pass-heavy offenses. Imagine that kind of pressure package: Watt screaming off one side, Highsmith on the other, and Herbig flying in through the middle. That's chaos for any quarterback. So yes, Highsmith might reclaim his starting role this week, but Herbig's going nowhere. His presence brings flexibility, energy, and a spark that keeps the defense fresh and unpredictable. The takeaway is simple. Pittsburgh's pass rush is about to get even scarier. The combination of experience and young firepower gives this defense something special, and it's only getting stronger. Stay with me, because what's coming next might be the real turning point for the Steelers' season. Monday Night Football always delivers some drama, and tonight's matchup between the Chiefs and Jaguars is no different. Patrick Mahomes facing off against Trevor Lawrence. That's must-watch football. Two explosive quarterbacks, two dangerous offenses, and a lot on the line early in the season. But while everyone's focused on tonight's action, a fascinating moment happened on Fox before kickoff. Tom Brady stopped by the studio and had some powerful words about Aaron Rodgers. Brady, who was in Los Angeles to cover the Commanders-Chargers game, joined the pre-game crew to talk about quarterbacks around the league. And when Rodgers' name came up, Brady couldn't stop praising him. He called Rodgers a surgical passer, saying that even at 41 years old, his precision, competitiveness, and killer instinct are as sharp as ever. Brady went on to say that Rodgers brings a rare intensity and focus that few players have, and that Pittsburgh has felt that energy since the day he arrived. Coming from Tom Brady, that's no small compliment. These two legends have always respected each other, but hearing one Hall of Famer talk about another like that hits differently. And honestly, Brady has a point. If there's anyone capable of extending greatness into his 40s, it's Aaron Rodgers. Brady called it Brady Ball, the art of winning through precision, discipline, and mental toughness, no matter your age. And Rodgers seems to be walking that same path now in Pittsburgh. He's not just playing the game, he's mastering it. And with the way he's approaching this season, the Steelers might just be witnessing the start of something special. Stay with me, because what comes next could redefine how long greatness can last in the NFL. That if you think about it, Tom Brady didn't just maintain his greatness in his 40s, he actually refined it. He became sharper, smarter, and more efficient than ever before. He wasn't running around trying to extend plays anymore. He was mastering the game from the pocket, seeing everything before it even happened. And that's exactly what we're witnessing with Aaron Rodgers right now in Pittsburgh. He's not relying on speed or improvisation like the old days. He's winning with pure intelligence. The quick release, the instant reads, the accuracy, it's all there. Rodgers currently ranks among the best in the league in time to throw. He's getting the ball out faster than anyone, which keeps his offensive line fresh and his receivers dangerous. He's not taking unnecessary hits, and he's protecting the football. Sure, he's made a couple of risky throws this season. Every quarterback does, but overall, his efficiency has been elite. And look at the results. The Steelers' passing game is humming. They're number one in the NFL in yards after the catch, and that's not by accident. It's because Rodgers puts the ball right where his playmakers can go to work. DK Metcalf is leading the league in YAC, Jaylen Warren is thriving in space, and this offense finally feels fast, smooth, and confident. This is what elite quarterback play looks like: calm, precise, and ruthless. It's the kind of football that wins games in January, and maybe even February. Now, here's the real question for Steelers Nation. Can Aaron Rodgers do what Tom Brady did? Can he lead a new team in his 40s and take them all the way to a Super Bowl? It's a big question, but if you've watched how Rodgers is commanding this offense, you might already know the answer. Stay with me, because the next few weeks could show us if this veteran magic is real or just getting started. You know what's wild? The AFC North might already be taking shape in ways no one expected. Because right now, the Baltimore Ravens, yes, the same Ravens everyone had pegged as Super Bowl contenders, are sitting at 1-4 to start their 2025 season. And when you look at the numbers, history isn't exactly kind to teams that start like that. Out of more than 250 teams in NFL history that began the season 1-4, only 16 have gone on to make the playoffs. That's barely 3%. And when it comes to actually winning the division after that kind of start, only 3 teams have ever done it. So the odds? Brutal. Even with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, this is a mountain that's nearly impossible to climb. Meanwhile, over in Pittsburgh, it's a completely different story. The Steelers are sitting comfortably in the driver's seat at 3-1, with the Bengals and Browns both reeling. It's early, sure, but when your biggest division rival starts 1-4, that's more than a head start. That's an opportunity to seize control of the AFC North. And here's the thing. This year's Steelers team feels different. The chemistry between Aaron Rodgers and his receivers is growing week by week. The offensive balance, those heavy, powerful formations, they're giving Pittsburgh something it hasn't had in years: a reliable identity. And defensively, You can already see that secondary starting to gel. Last year's collapse? That was a team learning the hard way. This year's group looks like one that's learned how to finish. If the Steelers can simply play their brand of football, stay healthy, and keep that laser focus they've shown early, it's going to be incredibly hard for anyone, even Baltimore, to catch them. So, how confident should Steelers Nation be right now? If you're asking me, I'd put it around 85%. That's how strong this team looks, how steady this coaching has been, and how complete this roster finally feels. Because when the dust settles and the lights get bright in January, the road to the AFC North crown might just run straight through Pittsburgh.